We're going to take in some more calls, but we want to give you a chance to win something. Kraigg has a special question to ask you, and you better not get the answer wrong. Kraigg, what's the question for the first Sagicor trivia we're going to give away tonight?
Who was the leading run scorer in the BCA's intermediate competition for 2007?
Ask it again.
Who was the leading run scorer in the BCA's intermediate competition for 2007?
It's a difficult question, but let's see if we can go to the telephone lines and get our first winner. Hello, good evening. No, that person didn't know the answer. Of course, 2007, the season just started, so it could not be this year. Let's go again. Hello, good evening. Hello? Yes, good night.
Was it Kraigg Brathwaite?
You're asking me or you're telling me?
I guess it's Kraigg Brathwaite.
Your guess is correct. Are you asking me or are you telling me?
Well, I'm telling you.
You're telling me?
Yeah.
You're telling me it's who?
Kraigg Brathwaite.
All right, you got it correct. Congratulations. Where are you calling from?
St. Lucie.
Should we get some callers from St. John, St. Lucie? It's good to have you people. Stay on the line and give our producer your number. It was indeed Kraigg Brathwaite in the competition. He scored what? 661 runs. So we have another quiz for you, so don't go anywhere. Name the first century maker in this year's BCA Division 1 tournament. Name the first century maker in this year's BCA Division 1 tournament. It only started last week, Saturday. If you've been following cricket, you should know who won, who got the player of the day, and who indeed was the first century maker for the year. Let's go to our telephone lines. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
It's the women, can't stop them. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, I was calling to give the same answer, Kraigg Brathwaite.
No, it wasn't Kraigg Brathwaite. Actually, he was overseas when the season started. So it wasn't Kraigg Brathwaite, but it was a good try.
Thank you, Mary.
Okay, no problem. All right, so Kraigg, she was trying to be cheeky, but on Sunday, don't forget, Sunday was the final. Sunday was the final of the tournament in Trinidad and Tobago when the young West Indies played Pakistan. So that one was not indeed Kraigg Brathwaite. It was indeed a young, talented man, though. Let's go back to the telephone lines. We're going to take 2 more calls and see if we can get someone winning this prize. Name the first century maker in this year's BCA Division 1 tournament. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
It's Barton here with Junior.
It is indeed Barton here with Junior. Who does he play for?
Maple, sir.
CGI Maple. He indeed does. Now, where are you calling from?
King Garden.
King Garden, St. Thomas.
Yes, please.
Oh, you're my neighbor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, wonderful. Well, I'll bring home the prize for you. Just stay on the line and give our producer your telephone number and some directions, all right? Thank you so much. Indeed, the questions answered tonight, Kraigg Brathwaite, the leader run scorer last year, and Barton Harewood Jr., the first century maker for the Division 1 season. He made 153 against Banks in a very great cause because they were struggling at one stage, and he helped Maple get up to 359 runs, and that's a very good score against the defending champions. Now, before we go, before we take in a couple more calls, I want to just point out to you the Sagicor Super Cup actually starts this Sunday. Let's have a look at the matches that are being played in this one-day tournament. Don't forget, there's 2 tournaments this year in the Sagicor Super Cup. The traditional one-day matches, 50 overs a side, and then there's the 2020 version, which starts a bit later. But the traditional tournament starts on Sunday. Here's a look at the games being played. We're going to start, first of all, with Zone A. It's the same games that are being played in the Division 1. Bristol played Pickwick at Old Coleridge. Cable and Wallace down the hill playing Wonders. Banks versus Maple at Banks. And the BDS Sports Program played the defending champions, who are Sagicor UWI, and that game being played at Paragon. In Zone B, Police are playing Spartan at Weymouth. Guardian General Youth, which Kraigg will be playing for, they're playing against Carlton, and that game being played at Leicester Vaughan. Caribbean Lambert YMPC versus the BCL at Beckers Road, and ICBL Empire versus BNB St. Catherine, and that match being played at Bank Hall. So those are the matchups for this week's Sunday. Kraigg, how are you looking forward to your Sagicor Super Cup on Sunday?
Well, I'm looking forward to it because I would like to see how I will cope with the bigger players, and I hope that I can perform.
Now, I'm going to take in a couple more calls. We have time for about 2 more just before we wrap it up. And I want to remind you that we'll have coverage on radio of the Sagicor Super Cup starting Sunday. Hello, good evening. You're live on Sagicor's Line and Length. Hello? Okay. That call apparently has dropped out. Are you going to be at cricket on Sunday as well, Arlie?
Yes, surely I'll be there, especially once Kraigg is playing, because they normally follow him to see how he's playing and what mistakes he